Welcome, namaste, to Dr. Dean's Yoga Practice Restorative Series. So this is a bit of an intro, and this is how I help my students in my classes get into those restorative postures, or our asana, right? A posture, and the whole design behind the restorative is to create sort of a softness in the body by using props, maybe like we have over here like a blanket, or some blocks and some straps. You could use other things also. I'm going to show you some restorative using Swiss ball. So each posture or asana, the design of it is to sort of build back some deeper ranges of motion in some of the deeper tissues. So we're talking about joint capsules, ligaments, tendons. We're not really talking about making the muscles themselves longer, right? So in order to get into these postures, we can use the props, but we also have to use a bit of meditation, right? So the meditation is very important. And so I talk about this in my classes, this idea of the samasthiti, right? Sort of the equanimity or the coolness of the state of your mind, right? Softening your thinking. So removing sort of warming or hot thoughts, right? Hot thoughts are worry, concern, let's say like balancing your checkbook while you're in your yoga class, right? All these distractions, right? So we want to sort of eliminate those and create sort of a softness or that samasthiti in our practice, okay? And then we always have two intentions. The first intention is called the primary intention. The primary intention is about, in most cases, creating some sort of posturing about the spine, right? So these are spine related. For some, it's lengthening, right? We call that Utthita, lengthening in Sanskrit, right? Lengthening. And it could be that you're lengthening one side of the body, right? Just one side, or we might want to be lengthening both sides, or we may be wanting to just lengthen just the center of the spine, right? Utthita. So some postures we may be looking for rotating or turning the spine also, one way or the other. So this is where we use the blocks, we use the blanket or other little props to help us get into those postures, all right? The second part of the intentions, the secondary intention, relates to the joint capsules, right? So we're talking about the joint capsule maybe of the shoulder. It's very complex. There's a lot going on here. Or maybe the hips. So one posture or asana may be trying to restore some opening just in one hip, or maybe in both hips at the same time, or maybe both hips and including the spine itself. So the last feature, and this is very important, is about safety, okay? So what I'm gonna say is, sometimes in our daily practice, we kind of ignore certain things. Like the one I see the most is the neck, right? So the neck gets tight or gets stiff, or maybe let's say we're sort of side bending and the neck kind of hangs and then it kind of gets a little bit of a strain in it, right? So the concern for me is that in a regular everyday practice, sometimes these little strains or stresses don't get addressed in our everyday practice. And so we want to integrate those, and we want to restore specifically to those kind of things, right? So safety feature, commonly overlooked positioning in your everyday physical practice, okay? So each of the videos upcoming is going to focus on one yoga skill, one yoga asana, and we're gonna get you into the posture and then learn how to have that samasthiti, or that coolness in your state of mind, so you can really enjoy it. Great, so I'll see you soon. Namaste.